What's going on, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to another episode of StarChasers Girls Talk Ball. Unfortunately, Dallas Cowboys take an embarrassing home loss in the playoffs. As usual, I got my girl StarChasers Sports, aka Star, in the building. What's going on, sis? How you doing?
Good. Damn, I forgot to stream this shit to.
Damn, you connect your channels. Damn.
You
still connect them while we on there?
I think so. Let me just...
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah. While my girl connects her channel right quick, before we get too deep into it, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button. Once Star gets her channel connected, make sure you go to both platforms, hit like, share. If you listen on Twitter/X, make sure you give us a like, a retweet. I'm about to post this now shortly. Unfortunately, just to see our Cowboys, just to, not to get too deep into it, just kind of get an intro a little bit. Just see our Cowboys come out and play like this at home. You have home field advantage in the playoffs. You're coming out. And shout out to Tavis in the building. Like he mentioned earlier. Yeah, he mentioned. Yeah, everybody's in the building. East side came through a little early. Wanted to back by this Texans, of course. Rebel in the building. What's going on, fam? Nisi in the building as well. What's going on, sis?
Hi, Nisi.
Yeah, man. Like you said earlier, you never know what team is going to show up, and unfortunately, surprisingly, the Cowboys that we don't like to see showed up tonight. Tonight, Star. Like you said off camera. Like this is like you said, you're speechless. I'm speechless as well. Like to see them play like this is really wild.
Yeah, I just think. I just can't remember a playoff game like this where it was this bad. Like, not even when we got blown out, where we got, ran on for 200 yards in 2018, the score wasn't this bad. Like, we got, and that was in LA. Like, we got blown out to smithereens.
Right. And like Nisi said, no heart, I don't even say players don't show up, playing no heart, because I know this is a tough game. You gotta show up and do what you gotta do. But just seeing some of the effort, just seeing some of the attitude, we seen there was no connection. It seemed like there was no connection with Dak and CD. McCarthy had to talk to CD for a little bit. Maybe he had to tell him to calm down a little bit. Maybe it was some kind of anxiety there. We saw CD have 2 drops early in the game, which is really uncharacteristic of him, especially when we've seen him from this year where he led the NFL in reception. So for him to be having drops, especially in his
game, CD having no drops messed up the entire rhythm of our game.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just so hard to figure out where to even start, because I know everybody wants to focus on Dak, right? Because he's our leader, right? I am going to bring context. I'm not capable for that. This was a bad game, period. What happened was these teams have figured out that our offense only works if you don't play too high in quarters of game. That's the only way that it works. So when you stay in that coverage, the only way you can attack it is up the middle through the seam. But of course, teams know the weak spot of cover 2, so they're going to have a person in the middle roaming.
Right.
So you're pretty much having
those big passes. I don't mean cut you off, but some of those huge passes that we seen came in the middle of the field where it seemed like there was nobody there.
Right. So it's like you only beat those coverages underneath or up the field, or hope that you can kind of find a little sliver of room to throw the ball between the deep safety and the point. And obviously, Green Bay doing that was totally different. That is not their defense. They are a cover 3 man, and they completely flipped the script on us. I think that affected the game plan. Regardless, I feel like, Mike, you should have been prepared, because you should know how, if this is the playoff, the teams are probably going to try to switch it up. First of all, we know every team plays us differently, right? these players, they be ass against everybody else, but then they face us, and then all of a sudden they're all world. Like Savage, that safety, he's been ass all year. That picked Dak off for the pick six. That slant that Dak throws to CD, that's a money play. Everybody watch film, you'll see that's a money play. It's an automatic like first down every single time you throw it.
Yep.
Dak predetermined the route. Savage read it, pick six. So when you look at it and say, you know, your quarterback says, but think about it. The first pick Dak threw, Dak thought Brandon Cooks was going to go for the slant. Brandon Cooks sits down. Jael Alexander picks it up.
Right, exactly.
Hey, when Michael Gallup and Ferguson are your best wide receivers, CD did not show up this game really.
Right. Yeah, at all. For us to be saying, like you just said, starting, and I'm saying it on Twitter, like I think I even tweeted out, like, are you telling me Gallup is seriously the X factor for this game? I seen a couple catches. I'm like, okay, they get him involved, but we happen to go to Gallup to save the game.
Him and Jake Ferguson, I don't think they dropped the ball. Jake Ferguson, I think, went 100 yards.
Facts. Yeah, let me get the numbers right quick while you talk about it a little bit.
Where was Turpin at?
Right, in the offense.
We didn't involve Turpin at all. We barely did any in-arounds, any jet sweeps. I think we ran
I think we seen CD at the backfield maybe one time, maybe two times.
What's the play call? When we did the jet sweeps, when CD was in the backfield, that was an automatic 5 yards.
Right. And TP was going off. Hey, shout out to TP. TP was one of the bright spots for me in this game.
Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, Jake Ferguson, showed up. Our star, who we built our entire offensive system around, did not. Like, how was that possible? And honestly, I was hoping maybe for a second, like when that's all the interaction between him and Dak. Okay, you know they're gonna have that same, you know, hopefully have that same San Fran moment. He's going up to him, you know, Dak's telling him maybe he's having, you know, having some feeling. Maybe Dak's telling him to calm down. Maybe Dak can tell him how to get open. But like, they were saying Mike was trying to talk to CD, like, CD, calm down, stay in the moment, bring the right coverage, and CD just wet the bed today. So y'all gonna crucify Dak, crucify him all you want. Keystone, I heard y'all saw you said after Dak threw that pick six, you was telling that's fault, you know, for trying to force the ball to the more wide receiver. But when you think about it, it's something that worked all year. That's what I'm trying to say about that. Like, it's something that worked all year for us. But unfortunately,
this tab on ESPN. Sorry about that. Sorry about the noise, y'all.
No, I can't hear anything. But it worked all year. So, oh yeah, I can. I gotta do it through my dashboard thing. Hold on. Yeah, I can make you a mod for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, it just like this is the way they were, just like you said, just the way he was throwing the ball up and just being like you mentioned earlier, just them being kind of off camera, but Star mentioned earlier that just them being wide open in the coverage, like it just seemed like the coverage, just our second level was just getting got. Like, and
we can talk about the. I know y'all want to talk about the. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can give people a range. Yeah, moderator.
Nisi says the bright spot is that we came back, but if it weren't for those 2 pick sixes, we needed a field goal. Yeah, definitely. And even on that drive, we got the field goal. Like, I really wish we at least got the 7. Like, and then that whole thing with the 2-point conversion and then getting set back because of the penalty. My opinion, like, it's still third quarter.
They should have still went for it at that point. But regardless, like, the offense kept fighting.
Right.
But the defense gave up before half.
Right.
The defense gave up before half. Like, do y'all realize that this is playoffs and your defense didn't get a single stop? Like, this is what the shit I'm talking about. If you're gonna be mad at Dak, be mad at Dak. But be mad at Micah Parsons because what the fuck did he do? Sorry, I'm cussing.
Right? No, like I just no. Talk about it, Stark. I just got off another live with another creator talking about how Micah just gave no effort.
Like, talk about it. Y'all want to say let's fire Dak? Okay, but I'm about to be on the train of let's trade Micah Parsons.
Right.
And I don't care. Y'all can clip it. Y'all can put it on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. I'm at the point where I'm like, let's trade Micah Parsons.
Seriously, for real. Because if you're not, if you're gonna feel like I don't want that's how I feeling about early in the game with CD, like feeling he was kind of being pouty and he's not saying he gave up, but he just wasn't giving that effort. Like I saw it from Micah. I feel like he couldn't get across. Like he feel like you can't get a play, then you just want to give up, or you just want to act like you run into the ball. Like you can do a little bit more.
Why were you locked on the edge the whole game? Like I thought we had figured this shit out that
the entire game. I saw Micah playing off ball one play. I think one play coming out of half, and that's it.
Like we knew our linebackers was a problem all season, and then your goal was to have Micah on the line of scrimmage all game. Micah and DQ thought that was a good idea. This is what I'm saying. DQ is fucking.
He's gone.
Excuse me for my language, but DQ's gone. DQ's trash, and I knew this. I knew.
Period.
Like your side of the ball sucked from start to finish. Like you can say the offense sucked the first half. The second half, the offense was trying to get some type of momentum, and the defense just giving up big play after big play after big play after big play. Right. The offense where it's like, why even play? But even when it was like, why even play? They were still trying to march down the field and score.
Exactly. Like even two of those drives that they have. Let me actually the numbers pull up right now. Two of the drives that the Packers had, even just two stops. You know what I'm saying? It could at least made a difference. Like they couldn't stop nothing.
Still go one time.
None. Got all the way to the red. Let me see. Red zone attempt.
2 points. Your defense allowed. Because I know the score was 48, but remember that.
The pick six. Yep.
Oh, sorry, 41. 41 points. Your defense gave up. Just so everybody's clear.
Green 4 for 4 in the red zone. 4 for 4 in the red zone.
4 for 4. D-Law. I saw D-Law give effort the first two drives of the game. After that,
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Where was he at? Where are you at? Donovan Wilson, J-Ron Kurtz, Jordan Lewis, Stephon Gilmore was out there getting routed up by Romeo.
Deron Bland, where you at? On the other side of the field?
Oh, Deron Bland.
That was tough to see. And I love some Deron Bland. You know what I'm saying? He makes those huge plays. He broke the record, yes, but when I see you 5 yards behind the receiver and any other time you're not making a pick six or not making a pick, I'm seeing you 5 yards behind the receiver, dog. Almost every time.
Consistent.
Almost every time. Like what? Like I don't understand. Like, and I love his talent. I love his mindset going to the game, not giving up. But
once again, Vicky, what does our defense do in a big game? 0 turnovers.
And what did we talk about, Star? What did we talk about? And me and my pops talking about that when we were watching the game. Like, if we just get a turnover,
That's what I was thinking. I said, hey, we scored twice. We scored at the end of the first. We scored again coming down. If we can get a turnover, we can get back into this game and we can win.
Period.
But what did the defense do? Big play, another big play, y'all. Jordan Love had it on easy mode all night long. So don't talk to me about how great Jordan Love is and he's this and he's that. Jordan Love threw to wide receivers. I'm talking about there's no one in the vicinity.
Literally.
He had it on easy mode. So yeah, we can clap it up for his perfect passer rating. Congratulations, Jordan Love. But you didn't have to play quarterback today. You literally all you had to do play action. Oh, someone's wide open and he's in the middle of the field.
Right.
Bro, that's it.
Star, look at this. Look, 54 plays. to our 89 plays. They have 10 drives and we have 11 drives. And they scored 48, well, like you said, 41 points to our, 32. That's like, something does not line up with that. 89 plays.
89. Like, I don't even know. There's really nowhere you can start. Like, oh, well, where do I start?
Right.
When I saw the offense starting to fight, but I'm like, Mike, you started off this game, and I got to rewatch it. But from my understanding, the game plan, the play calling was way too conservative.
Right.
The first half. Because people were sitting on our route. People were sitting down on route. That's how I know it was too conservative. Dak was forced to throw in the tight windows all game long. Like, this is what y'all don't, this is the stuff that y'all don't realize. Y'all want to talk about CJ Stroud's better than Dak and Brock Purdy and Lamar Jackson, and go ahead, you can rattle off your list. But the difference between what Dak has to go through and what these other guys have to go through is Dak is throwing, every time these big games come up, Dak's forced to throw in the tight wind. It's like Kellen couldn't figure it out, and now it's like Mike McCarthy can't figure it out. Because every time we have a big game, Dak is forced to throw in the tight windows over and over and over again.
And one thing that really like baffles me, like you mentioned kind of off camera, that they were running early, like in the game, but it just seemed like we were getting these positions where we would have constant like third downs. Like third downs, we couldn't convert. They were like, what are you going second down? Like, was not helping us.
That's the issue. We was getting, Tony Good, a good run, 11 yards here, and then we kept trying to run on short downs, getting stopped in the backfield, and then you're in 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8.
Right.
All game long.
Third down efficiency. Speaking of that, 10 of 16. And we talked about that. That's really been a constant theme throughout the year. Our third down efficiency, and seeing it, and not saying it was the most sore spot of the game tonight, but that has to be something that has to be a point of focus of be able to stay on the field. Us not being able to stay on the field, and granted, they still have opportunity to get down the field to be able to score these points, but I just think it's a huge. I'm not saying it's a huge hindrance to the game of Dak Prescott, and we saw him just kind of, really after a while, just kind of, I don't know if he got nervous or anxious. So we just never saw a true chemistry between him and not only Dak, but we saw Ferguson and Gallup turn up, but he said not seeing any kind of involvement.
Because Hoops and CD were selling. Like, if you keep selling, like, I'm going to go to someone else who's not going to sell.
Right.
But like, this is the type of stuff that make you think, like, I don't know, because
that's just the whole, like you said, after this game right here, like, how do you even, like I said, how do you even critique what's going on? Because it's just so many things that just so uncharacteristic of what they did tonight.
It was extremely uncharacteristic. Like, started off the game just extremely flat, and I just couldn't. I'm like, we're so flat. Like, it felt like no urgency.
Right. Like, even it had nothing to do with playing football itself, but I think it was after a play and CD maybe I had missed the pass or something like that, and I seen Alexander kind of push him in the back, and CD just kind of walked away, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to see this team, maybe up this early in the game. I don't want to see this kind of energy amongst the team.
They came out once again flat, just no energy. I didn't see any energy from the defense. I didn't see any energy from the offense. And honestly, the only people that I saw consistently trying throughout this game, y'all can crucify him, but I did see Dak trying. And I didn't see a meltdown from Dak like we had saw in the San Fran game where Dak just had a meltdown. I didn't see that. But the only people that I saw consistently trying really was Michael Gallup, Jake Ferguson.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get my hat off to TP. Like you said earlier, him having them big games. Yeah, I'm glad that we were able to see him. He kind of got his legs underneath him, definitely, and early in the game too, and really being that consistent throughout the game. Like I said, I'm just really sorry that we couldn't really build off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he had the big games on first down. To stall out on second and third down, it just didn't help us at all.
CD was 9 of 17.
Yep.
Okay.
Jake Ferguson damn near 100 yards, 10 to 12 targets. If we could have got CeeDee Lamb to be 15 of 17 targets, even that could have really made a big difference in some of these big plays that just really making those 2 catches early in the game.
And now it's like I don't know. Like we could be at the point where this is the end of Dak's era here, because you've just given Jerry all the ammo he needed to say, I'm not going to resign him.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy, even if Mike's not gone, Jerry's going to resume control, and we know how that goes.
Right. So, how much chemistry he really going to be? How much can you really do in one more year of a contract? You know what I mean? If they decide to keep him on.
Like, think about it. And then Dan Quinn's gone for sure. He's not coming back. With that defensive performance, if he's not fired, he's gonna take a head coaching job. I don't know what he did. I don't even know if Dan Quinn's head coaching job market is gonna be out there besides the bum ass teams.
Man, look, right.
Seattle's gonna be looking at him like,
right, that's what you did?
All that talent. 42 points, 41 points. I wouldn't want Dan Quinn as my head coach. We already saw what Dan Quinn is a head coach, and it's a disaster.
Exactly.
I want him out of here. I kept calling him Dan Moore all year.
So did.
I knew that if we were to lose this game, it was going to be because the defense couldn't get. See, the freaking problem is that this is playoff football, and unless you have one of these gurus from the Shanahan tree, like Matt LaFleur, like Bobby McDaniels, and all of these guys, unless you have gurus from the Shanahan tree, you're going to need your defense to play.
Right. Tavis, what you mean by devalued again? You mean by the way CD played, or do you talking about the coaching staff?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let us know what you mean, because CD got 17 targets out. So
yeah,
you know what you're talking about devalue. Please explain that.
Yeah, because
he was targeted early and often. So we definitely didn't lose this game because we weren't targeting stars. Dak went to all his guys. His main guys just decided to clam up.
Right.
Gilmore. Our two, Savon Gilmore and Brandon Cooks not being brought back.
Right, at all.
I think Cooks.
I think Cooks is on 2-year contracts. I think he's coming
Cooks
back.
will be back, but Savon Gilmore's gone.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
You got.
I don't know if they're gonna be drafting another corner, but I hope Eric Scott be getting some work because we're gonna need somebody else. And I hope Diggs. Hopefully Diggs is getting back healthy. But
now our draft picks up too. So
exactly, star that's really what really hit
terrible. Like the only way we're getting draft picks is if we trade some extremely valuable assets.
Exactly. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Philly in the building. Yeah, we just talked about that. We were just talking about actually just now. Bland and Gilmore.
Yeah. Gilmore got cooked. Safeties got cooked.
Yep. I think Curse had a couple big plays out there, but outside of that,
the moment was too big for these guys. Like y'all got flat out embarrassed by the team that's younger than y'all.
And that seems to be a constant theme, throughout this year. The game just being too big.
It's too big for these guys, and it's like.
We saw with the Niner game, we saw it coming down the stretch against these playoff teams. McCarthy said, these are situations, and McCarthy's to blame too, but just taking what he said about these are the moments you look forward to. Playoff games without playoff consequences. So you have the chance to see what's like to go up against these high-powered teams. to be in these moments where you got to make these decisions. So when you don't take advantage and then you're finally presented with the opportunity in these actual moments and you still do the same thing. So not saying we should have known at those times, because they still had time to develop it. They still had time to improve on their mistakes. But this has really been telling of their season. Like, they come to these big moments and it comes down to decision making. Once again, it comes down to play calling. Once again, it comes down to execution. And this time that there's blame to go all around.
And Dak basically, he over here on the stand saying basically, if they fire Mike, he said, what he said? He said, add me to the list.
Who said that?
Dak said, he said, they asked him about Mike McCarthy. Future. Dak said, I've had the season I've had because of him. This team had the success we've had because of him. Said he gets the business and add me to the list in that case.
Ooh, really?
Dak basically saying, if y'all fire Mike McCarthy, I'm gone.
Yeah, I mean,
I can say it like, y'all go ahead. Y'all fire him. So, Cowboys fans, I want y'all to get ready because I think our team may be headed for purgatory.
Right.
We'll have a QB for a while, and we'll be trying to find the head coach. And Jerry's never going to not hire a coach anymore. There won't be a puppet. So, Mike was our best shot at that. So, now we're about to have a puppet coach in here, and we're going to be QB-less.
And honestly, Star, like we've seen this throughout the year, and I think you tweeted out a few times throughout the season too. Like, do we really want to find out what it's like you said, to be in QB purgatory? Like, do we want to know what it's like to have a quarterback that we're not sure about, y'all? Like, I know we've had questions about Dak in the past, and unfortunately, it blew up in our faces once again. But to go through a quarterback carousel?
Yeah, but it's like, this is not a game where you can pinpoint something on your quarterback, right? Because it's like, yeah, your quarterback didn't play good, but his wide receivers dropping. Right. His wide receiver, his main guy, not even on the same page as him in a playoff game. You saw CD language the whole time.
Right.
Like, CD was in a weird mood because usually when he drops the ball, he'll just be like, but he'll start laughing, be like, that's my bad, dog. That's my bad. He'll go right back in and catch the ball, no problem. He was very, I don't know, something was off about him. From start to finish, he was off.
Yeah.
Off of him. And it's like, Dak is like, oh, like, come on, bro. Like, he was
and even Dak had to fuss at Ferg a couple of times, and you see Ferg got on track. So I'm wondering, like, what was going on with CD?
Yeah, but y'all saying like, whatever, dog. I don't know what's about to happen. All I know is that this loss this probably like the most traumatizing loss that we faced in the playoffs, like ever, to be quite honest.
I'll agree on that.
So, you know what, Cowboys fans? Like, our team had a chance this year to really help us build faith in them, but all they've done is make us have way less.
Right.
So now, like, those pessimistic Cowboy fans, like, you can't even fault them because, I mean, how do you get? That's what I'm saying. Something's deep about this team. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is Jerry, because it's like when you put Jim in the Ring of Honor and Jerry did everything we asked him to do. Get proven free agents. Sign all your guys back.
Right.
Relinquish control. And then he does all of that and we lose worse. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, talk about like the fans having questions, like you said, like now, like you said, what's going to be going through Jerry's mind? Like you said, like if you look at it through his perspective, like you just said, Star, he did all these things. Like, what's he got to be thinking now? Like, man, I did all this. I even did maybe what he didn't want to do right now, put Jimmy in the ring. And it's like what else do we have to do?
Worse? We lose worse. We lose worse. I just have no words. Like, I don't, none of it makes sense. I wish we had something to tell y'all where we could tell y'all something to sue y'all, but like,
right.
none of it makes sense. Like,
it doesn't. Like for them to show, especially like you say, you have everything. Not saying handed to you, but the way things fell in our favor at the end of the season, you don't get that. You don't get those chances. You don't get the number 2 seed handed to you. No. You don't have a division rival lose that many games in a row for it to be set up for you to get the home field advantage. You know what I'm saying? And you control what you only control. And we have yet to see us be able to control our own destiny in previous seasons. So for us to be able to control our own destiny and yet again drop the ball is, like you said, it's just astonishing. Like it's
like our players, like, are y'all just not it? I don't know. But that's like, it can't be the players, dog, because we've seen them play. You know what? I'm sticking to my guns. It's the coaches.
Right.
The coaches, and honestly, it may be. The maturity level is horrible. I mean, you let a team that's younger than you come in here and beat the shit out of you.
Right. I
don't want to hear nothing from the players. And I honestly, on the sideline, I didn't see enough. I saw Mike and them talking and kind of kicking, like,
and chilling.
This seems.
I like seeing that. I cannot stand seeing that in losses. I was texting one of my friends like during the game about this. Like, we need, not saying we need like a Dez on the side, but we need somebody on the sideline who don't like losing. Like CD is talking about something, I'm a winner, I'm this, I'm that. Like we see Micah in interviews, I'm gonna be phenomenal, I'm gonna be this, but we all lose.
Please bring up Micah's stat line. What did Micah do in this game? Because I don't think he did anything. I think he probably got. I know the stat nerds will talk about pressures and this and that. I've had enough of hearing about Michael.
Like for real though. Like Micah, like for real, like he
no Fowler, like nothing. Oh, it looks like
2 total tackles, 2 whole tackles, and one solo tackle by a Micah Parsons and 1 quarterback hit. Like that's.
It looks like the Lions are about to beat the shit out of the Rams. So
what for real? I didn't even check the score yet. What's the score?
14-3 in the first quarter.
Wow. You said the Rams?
Yeah, no, the Lions are beating the Rams right now, 14-3.
Wow.
Like this shit is just ridiculous. It's like,
and that's a good point, Philly. He brought this point about AJ Brown about saying he's a virus, he want to win. Now I don't know what AJ Brown be saying on the sideline. I'm not saying I want CD to be like him, but I don't even know if AJ Brown is that's what he's doing on the sideline. What I'm saying, my point is that we need somebody like a Dez or somebody on the sideline saying, "Hey, man." Not saying give me the ball, but somebody saying, "Hey, we need to get back in this game. We need to fight back tough. We need to do this. We need to do this." Like these guys need to be hyped. They need to be mad. Like Nisha said, get mad. Like if you mad, you behind. Well, show that on the field. Don't just get mad because you can't get tackled. Oh, well, let me get back to the sideline. You know,
they got, like this defense. I don't know. I think like Dallas, like we just don't care about winning enough. And the players that do.
Right.
In these big games, they're trying to like overcompensate, and it never ends well when you're pressing.
Right. I think it was the first drive. When I seen D-Law get that penalty, I'm like, bro, like it's too early in the game for you to be that pressed.
D-Law.
Right. And not you.
You gave them a touchdown doing it.
Yes. Like I know you can make a play without having to do that. Like you do not have to be so anxious to break the line.
Like, I don't know what the players was on, but it obviously I feel like maybe Mike, you just had him too fucking. Man, I hate cussing, but it's like you had him too lax.
Right.
They were playing with no intensity at all. It was just no intensity. Y'all went from being too amped up versus San Fran to there was like no sense of urgency from anybody. It was almost like they were just on autopilot, rolling out. Yep. And I'm like, honestly, guys, like it didn't matter. Like I know Tuck had tweeted, I know Tuck, he's drunk and he mad as hell because he was the only fan left in his section when the game was over. And he's like, y'all got your home game. But I'm like, honestly, Tuck, we was gonna get our ass beat him. If we had to go to the bus,
right.
With that performance, we was gonna get our ass beat like that.
Right. And I really just, I mean, there was nothing in the season telling us that they would have won on the road no matter what.
Right. There was nothing telling us that we was going to win on the road.
Right. No matter who, and like I forget who I seen tweet. I think it might have been Ashley Baker who tweeted out saying, like, not tweeted out, but just replying to somebody who was talking to her saying, like, hey man, any team can have their way with the Cowboys. Like Taven said, like, you don't know what team's gonna show up, but if the wrong team show up, any team can have any kind of success on us because it's how they play their game.
Yep.
It's how they play their game.
And the defense had an opportunity to get. How many? Let me see how many stops they got. I think defense got one stop. I think.
Yeah, I think they said the punter came out one time late in the fourth quarter.
I think in the. Let me see. I gotta go to play by play. Yeah, the defense only forced the punt once in the first quarter, and twice in the fourth. So really, we're not even counting the fourth quarter stop because they did not time. So really, your defense got one stop. Y'all, and for all these quarterbacks, just be sure when y'all want to pump up Lamar and y'all want to pump up Brock Purdy and y'all gonna pump up Aaron Rodgers tonight if he blows out the rim. Y'all gonna pump up all these quarterbacks. Pump them up. I don't care because that's whoever. Pump all those quarterbacks up. You can pump up Mahomes. See, let's bring up Mahomes because I watched the Chiefs game yesterday versus who they played.
Miami. Yeah.
Mahomes and that offense wasn't doing shit all night. They was kicking field goals all night, but you know what? They fucking won. Want to know why? Because their defense came to play.
Exactly.
Their defense shut down Tua in that offense to like 7 points.
Yep.
You have to play defense in the playoffs if you want to win. There's no shootout. You don't win shootouts in the playoffs. That's not how it works.
Period. And what we saw yesterday happened with Texans and the Browns. For whatever reason, the Browns defense couldn't get off the ground, and Texas lit it up on them. And Texas were at home, but they lit them up.
You
talk about that Browns defense.
The Browns and the Ravens were the best defenses in the league this year.
And this,
Browns bounce, and how our defense looked today. That's the exact way that the Browns defense looked yesterday. It was no answer. They had zero answer.
Right.
It's these.
Right. I think one touchdown pass by Flacco all game. I think, or two or something like that. Like
it's these, bro. It's these young coordinators. It basically is. It's a young man's league these days.
Right.
And the 49ers, y'all not doing nothing. I don't care. Like y'all, even if y'all make the Super Bowl, y'all not winning.
Yeah.
I'm not winning, dog. So I don't care how far you get. Go ahead and get y'all another NFC championship. Really, y'all not doing nothing either. Y'all can talk shit. I don't give a fuck if y'all win tomorrow versus the Bucs.
Right.
Like y'all aren't doing anything. Y'all not going to back to the Super Bowl, and y'all know that. That's why y'all been on draft content since 2 weeks ago. So don't even. Y'all can laugh at us. That's fine. I don't care. Right back on the couch too. So we don't care. But. This
performance tonight by our boys is just wild. Like it's like you said, for these our whole the starters all had playoff experience. So it was like after you in big games, like there was no excuse tonight. You know, all these boys came in. That was supposed to be a level up, right? That was supposed to be the advantage. Like Green Bay was young. You know, we're the second youngest team, but Green Bay was young. They had nothing to lose. This, that, and the third. Like I said, all the stars have playoff experience, so there's no excuses for why you guys came in not prepared for these moments, not prepared with a backup plan. If what you're doing in the first quarter is not working, like those adjustments are important. If you're doing adjustment, hell, even by the second half, if you're not making adjustments, it's not going to happen.
Quinn had us in zone all game, and we're not a zone team. In the playoffs, you can't switch stuff up like that. Oh, like I think because the Panthers, the Packers play a lot of different coverages. So they were familiar with the coverages that they were running. They just hadn't been good in nothing all year.
Right.
So we run man more than anybody in the league, and you had us playing zone. Like we got
that was wild for me to see, especially how critical that we were a DQ, you know, trying out different coverages throughout the season, using different personnel, just because we were getting burnt in man at times. So now you want to switch the zone in the playoffs, like you mentioned, we've been a man team all year. So to see that much of a drastic change, right? You know, right here, right now, I'm definitely shocked to see that. I'm definitely shocked to see that much of a twist in the game plan when you're known for a certain defense you run all season.
I don't know, man. It's just disheartening because this was a wasted season. Everybody was fully healthy,
literally,
and we got first round exit. So all that talk, we're the brotherhood, the closest we've ever been, like.
And we've heard it, and unfortunately, we've heard it in previous seasons too. So it's like, you build this camaraderie for what? Like, what do you like you mentioned? You just for the whole season, like for it to build up to what? Like it's kind of like, I don't know. And I was talking to my pops earlier, and it's like, you know, it's not like you had a bye. It's not like you had, you know, you didn't have a week off where you lose. You know, you kind of lose the momentum or whatever. You know, you just played last weekend. And you got pretty much all the young guys involved. You got BA, another field goal made to get his confidence up. You had Turpin involved. You know, CD went off. TP had a great game. So it's just like, where did y'all lose this momentum? Like, did y'all get comfortable at home? Like, did y'all, you know, think that y'all could, you know, just like these guys come up in here and okay, well,
doing that though. Like, I can't see them, but it's seeming like they. Are y'all really overlooking them? Like, what? Maybe y'all got those.
I appreciate you, Philly. Thank you, man. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they were overlooking.
I just didn't see them doing that.
I agree. I thought they came with the same. You know, I like the energy they came in with this week. You know, Mike wasn't trying to make it about himself. It was about the players.
Like,
we're seemed to be preparing. Dak was sending the right message to the locker room, sending the right message to the fans. You know, to himself, like saying I've been building this up the whole year. You know, my mind's only been on, you know, Las Vegas and all this stuff. But you know, maybe don't tell me I was looking ahead. Don't let it be something like that where y'all looking ahead. Like, there's no looking ahead in the playoff. Like, you got to face it week to week.
I just think Dak Prescott is going to forever be required to do what no one else is doing. Like,
right.
I don't know. It's just bad. I don't know. I just feel like it's bad juju with something smelling this team, y'all. So it's like I can't even get up for them. Like, this is just the most disappointing loss. Like, close game, we fight to the end, but to get blown out the way that we did, I just have no words.
I'm really surprised to see that, especially at a home game. That's
like,
it's just so many things that were uncharacteristic of what we've been doing all season.
Right, like y'all come into the game and y'all the receivers not focused.
Yeah, and like someone mentioned earlier about Gilly being exposed, like Gilly not playing his best game. To see Gilly off, and we know he was battling his shoulder, but he was, just completely
like they were tearing his ass up in like. I'm just disgusted with this team, and no, you know, of course, this is just the initial reactions, and the Cowboys fans, we bleed silver and blue, so you know, we'll be back. But
what's going on, Rick Diaz? I don't know if you got. I know you said you just got home. I don't know if you saw the score or nothing like that, but you know, Cowboys lost, so. You know, we just got
blown. Yeah, we got blown. I know the score was closer than what it looks, but
don't go off that box score.
Go off the box score. We got blown out.
Yeah, embarrassing fashion. Like the boys didn't show up. You know, the team that we were afraid might have showed up. They're the ones who showed up tonight on that field.
You know what's gonna be crazy too? With Dak, if Dak leaves here and if Dak gives him a real defense with niggas that don't sell. Sorry, I said the N-word. Sorry, you too. With people that don't sell.
No, I feel you. Like that was kind of my first thought. Like people talk about him not getting an extension. Maybe Dak's not coming back.
Dak may not want an extension. I think Dak is. I gotta watch the press conference, but I think Dak may fit up with this team.
Yeah,
I think he may be like, listen.
I mean, we thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say we saw it the first go around when he didn't want the same amount of years in the contract. I think he won like 5 years and they wanted 6 or something like that. He didn't even want to be there for the entire contract time. They never.
I really do think like if Jerry and them really want to, if they fire Mike McCarthy, I really do think Dak's done. I think Dak tell them, I want to.
Yeah, I mean, we never seen Dak be, that kind of vocal in the press conference. Like that's when you said that and he said it what he said.
I think Dak's done with us, and I think he should be. If I was Dak, I'd leave here like, this is my prime, and I don't have time to waste it. I don't have time to waste.
Okay.
I know what I bring to the table. I know how much effort I give, how much I put into this. With these guys around me, they think this shit is for play. They ain't putting in the effort. It's a bunch of young idiots that want to talk on podcasts and want to do this now.
And he said that, Star.
They haven't proved nothing. And I'm not going to keep wasting my... The Steelers are begging for a quarterback. That's all they need. They have the defense.
And Tomlin over there? Like, look. Like, man, I will be... I ain't going to say scared, but like, if that's the Steelers, man, Tomlin don't play over there. Like he's looking for, like you said, he's looking for.
And honestly, I want as a super Dak fan, Dak apologist, I want Dak to be out. Like after this playoff game, especially if they fire Mike and he don't want to be fired, just pull like a Deshaun Watson did. He's like, I'm out.
Right.
I'm gonna sit on this bench. Jerry, you're going to pay me my $60 million to sit on the bench. You have Trey Lance, your 4th round pick. There you go.
that you went and got at the beginning of the season. That no one else knew about that. You went and got. So yeah, you go ahead and play Trey.
If I'm Dak Prescott, I'm for real. If they fire Mike McCarthy, I'm done. I'm done with this team. I'm gonna sit on the bench. I don't care what the Cowboys fans gonna say. Y'all can call whatever. I'm gonna sit my butt on the bench. I'm gonna collect my $60 million.
Right.
And I'm gonna live peacefully and happily. And I'm gonna move to Pittsburgh or wherever else, because there'll be plenty of teams lining up. Atlanta, there'll be so many teams ready to take back Dak Prescott. Y'all crazy.
Like Ritter, like Desmond Ritter was literally playing for his job down to the last second.
Teams that is starving. Dak could go to Patriots land. They got a new young black coach. There's so many places Dak Prescott could go. If I was Dak, I would really be done with it.
Right, like for real.
Like I'm serious. Like I'd be done. Like this loss for my defense to do that to me again, I'd be like.
Once again, do you know how many times he's been through that? Do you know how many times Dak has been through the playoffs and the defense ain't show up? And like you said, the offense fighting through the second half, like for y'all to give no effort, no stops. Like you said, that limited amount of stops.
They gave zero. Defense gave zero effort. Like I would be done with this. I would be done with it. It's just something's just wrong and toxic. And for a person like Dak, where all he does is live and eat and sleep football.
Right.
Like there's no one on planet Earth that's more focused than him. And these quarterbacks just get to roll out of bed and they defense holding teams 14, 15 points. You got Jordan Love and CJ Stroud, wide receivers wide open. Like I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this because y'all making me look like ass. But when you look at around the league, it's the scheme. It's not like these guys are just these cerebral guys. They're no good. You're Jordan Love who can throw the ball. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Who can throw those balls to wide open targets? Dak don't have that. And we switched to Mike McCarthy and he still don't have it.
And for it to take 8 years for him to finally get the control of the offense.
8 years. Like
we see the quick turnaround that he had, having the control of the offense, being able to control the line of scrimmage.
Like this team is wasting his youth, and he should get out.
Like you heard, like I think in this past week in one of his pressers saying like I got the young players calling me Unc, and they on streaming and video games and all that stuff. And meanwhile, like you just said, I'm putting my shit together. You on your podcast 2 to 3 days out the week, and I'm putting in work over here.
Like y'all going
And they want to say it's your team. Oh, it's Parsons' team now. No, well, that can say I put the work in. And now all of a sudden, this young dude coming off of one good year, and all of a sudden it's his team. He put the work in. So I can understand where you're coming from, like with that perspective, like bro, like you going through this.
Honestly, y'all can call me crazy, but if Michael wants to leave and go with DQ left,
I'm with it. Like because the effort you putting forth over here,
I don't care how good of talent is, like
not at all.
You're not a leader, dog. Like you're not a leader. You're our best player, and you're not a leader, and you don't care. You don't. I'm sure Bob watched Michael press comment. He's going, yeah, you know, some guys we just struggle on the back end, and yeah, like he doesn't care, though. He does not care.
Yeah, I don't think they're better than us. I just don't think we showed up and okay, well, why not?
He doesn't care.
It's the same post game every time.
If y'all want to keep talking about pressures and like let him go to Seattle where he can get all those pressures.
Right.
We could get a haul for Michael Parsons. We could get a haul. Like just trade him, man. Yeah. I just feel like at this point, and y'all say that's crazy, but how is Micah helping us win the big games? I'm not saying Micah don't get sacks against the Panthers and the Commanders, but I'm saying, how does your best player help you win big games?
Exactly. Every week we're looking like you mentioned earlier. Every week we're looking at the stat line to see what Micah is doing. Like, what is he doing?
3 postseasons now. He's a non-factor.
Period. And like, you want to, I mean, and granted, he does go through those. He does go through the point of not getting those penalties called and things like that. And he is being double teamed.
And he got 2 holding penalty calls.
Yep. At some point, it's got to be what you going to change about your game. You can't be relying on trying to get a penalty. You can't be. You know you're going to be double or triple team. Like you see, you're making a difference playing off ball linebacker. Like, and I know it has something to do with the scheme as well. Like maybe we get somebody else in here to maybe use them differently. But like you said, at this point, what are you contributing to the team that we should be paying? We're already questioning about paying Dak. Like why should we empty the bank out for you as well? You know what I'm saying? What are you contributing?
CD too, like.
Period.
We built everything around you, dog, and you didn't show up today.
Exactly. But
y'all want us to pay y'all millions and millions of dollars. Y'all want to be the highest paid for what y'all do in season.
Right. Like it's just like you said, like it's gonna be a lot of. I don't know if it's gonna be blow up type stuff, but it's definitely like you said, it's gonna be a lot of questions.
We have to see with Jerry because we don't know. Jerry said he's gonna meet with Mike sometime later this week. He has to dismiss the team. I think Jerry is staying calm, but I think maybe Jerry already has his answer. And who knows? Yeah. People talking about Bill Belichick. I don't want Bill Belichick. It feels like these old coaches just don't got what it takes.
Yeah.
And I was hoping so much. Like, that's why I was hoping in Texas and stuff like that. Because I'm like, gimmicks is the new NFL.
Yeah.
Like, it's no longer football. It's all about gimmicks and who has the best scheme. And
exactly. How you can scheme these guys open and what big plays you can come up with in these moments.
And these old coaches, like they're trying to coach like this is still early 2000s, 90s football, and it's just
it really might be just that like you said, it might just be that turning point in the sport in general.
The young people are taking over. It's these old coaches, they're done for. Like Vrabel, and we're gonna line up. We're just gonna run the ball. That doesn't work anymore. Bill Belichick, we're just gonna play defense, and you can have a middle of the road offense. It doesn't work anymore.
Right.
It doesn't work.
And you really can't say what I'm not gonna say McCarthy came in with a plan because he did build a culture, but he came in saying he's gonna run the ball. Then you got the West Coast offense going on, and now you got ball distribution. Like I understand you gotta go with the as B Cooks say go with the ebbs and flows of the season, but if you don't have something concrete to lay on, like what are you gonna fall back on now? How are you gonna fall back on what your plan was for the season? Like you've been saying, like, you know, Mike McCarthy might, you know, been lying. Like, bro, like, what was really your plan this whole time? Like, you just been going along with.
That's like, what it feels like. Like, you're just going along with the flow, and it's like, but these young coaches, it is not it. It's all about the youth. Like, look at D'Amico Ryan. Like, look what he's doing. It's all about the youth. The Dan Quinns and the Mike McCarthys and the Frank
like you say, Babel just got let go.
And the Bill Belichick and stuff, like, they're dumb. They're dumb. Yeah. This is a young man league controlled by these coordinators.
Yeah, like we just mentioned earlier with Tomlin, he's keeping up with the times. You know, he's getting these young guys going. Like, granted, he don't take the BS, but he's getting these young guys in line and they able to adapt. And yet, once again, he has a winning season. You know what I'm saying? So these coaches got to be able to
struggling because he don't have a quarterback. They haven't been able to have a quarterback since Big Ben. That's why I would be perfect place for Dak Prescott to go for real, because it's just
he wouldn't be. Look, Cowboys fans, y'all probably already know this, but he wouldn't be lasting long. Y'all go ahead and cut Dak, like you say. Look, put me on the list. Dak knows he gonna have someplace to go. You know he got someplace to go after the year.
He's not really worried about it, but it just feels like these old coaches, like, they're dumb.
Yeah.
Young man's league, a young coordinator, young team. Yeah, I'm like, with the Super Bowl, I don't know who goes in the Super Bowl. I don't really care. Maybe the Ravens doing it, you know. But guess who? As their offensive coordinator, the coordinator from Georgia. They're literally running Georgia's offense.
Wow.
Like, they're like, Lamar is literally running Georgia Bulldogs offense.
Yeah, they're probably in the making it there.
And I think their defensive coordinator is a young guy too.
I think so. Yeah, I think they say he's up for some coaching job.
Yeah, I think his name is Donnie. He's a young guy too. So it's just like
you said, these young guys, a lot of young guys getting these jobs, being lined up. You know what I'm saying? It might just be, like you said, it might just be the turning point in the NFL, just in general. So we might be looking at it too, just depending on the move they make in these next couple of days.
Mary and them are so traditional; they'll never hire a young guy. They're gonna hire Vrabel. If they fire Mike, it's gonna be Vrabel or Bill Belichick, and we're gonna be the exact same team. So it's gonna be the exact same team as old. Like, this I don't know, guys. I would say buckle up for the offseason.
Yeah.
I really do truly think, like, I'd be very surprised. And I think this was like the end. I think this was like the last shot that we had in this window. So y'all buckle up. A lot of y'all was praying to see Trey Lance. Y'all might be seeing him. He may be our starting quarterback next season.
Yeah.
Buckle up. Because I tell you what, these young quarterbacks in the draft.
Yeah, not really much to be looking at. Not to be giving your picks up for.
They not nothing. Like JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix, we saw what he did on with the bed. Who else is there? Caleb Williams. He's a diva. He's not. Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he already called to check in to make sure Chicago was giving up their first round piece. I ain't going there. I'm like,
Drake May. I don't call him for that because I don't want to go to I wouldn't want to go to a poverty franchise either. But it's crazy. And then Drake May, like, this ain't the year for quarterback, so you better hold Trey Lance or something. I just don't think Dak's gonna be here next year. I really think, like, if they fire Mike McCarthy, I think Dak will request a trade, and I think Jerry and them will gladly trade him because Jerry's had doubts about Dak, so we don't know how long. So that's time to buckle up, Cowboy fans, and we'll do another player overhaul, another coach overhaul. We'll see if it works again next year.
Yeah.
But y'all better be ready. We may be headed toward a couple of 6-win season, 3-win season, 5-win, 7-win season. So y'all better buckle up, cause
we see, and y'all already saw the opponents for next year. I think I saw the Ravens on that mug. We got Texans next year.
Everything y'all asked for, I think we're gonna get it, and I think, I just don't. These young players, they don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, You can bet your bottom dollar Dak's gone, CD's gone. CD's gonna be like, no.
Right. He was like, shoot, it take this long just for me to get the chemistry with Dak. You think I'm hanging around longer if Dak ain't here?
Right. And then if Dan leaves.
Right. Carson's already spoken about leaving. You know what I'm saying? He's all getting up there.
So I don't know, but the players here, like, it just feels like they don't have the heart. They don't have the heart to win it all.
Yeah. Yeah, they that's one thing we always say. Like, we talk about. I think me and you talked about that earlier this week about D-Law talking. Like, not saying you can't talk in these interviews, but if you're gonna talk, you gotta bring it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the fans just tired of y'all not bringing it. You know, we tired of hearing it talking. And unfortunately, you know, it blew up once again. But yeah, y'all. Thank y'all. We gave y'all about an hour or so. You know, unfortunately, I had to get y'all off. You know, definitely tough on Cowboy Nation tonight. Like Star said, you know, just like everybody else who took an L this weekend, time for us to look forward, you know, to the off season, and you know, and we'll be going from there. So, you know, hopefully we'll be catching you guys in our show on the off season, you know, going forward from here. You know, and unfortunately, you know, we don't know where we go from here, but you know, we gotta keep at it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button. You know, give us a like, give us a retweet, give us a follow on Twitter if you're not following us. Star if you want. You know, I mean, it's up to you. I know you got your followers on here already, but if you want, go ahead and let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, you guys feel free to, like Nikki said, like the video, subscribe if y'all haven't already. Y'all see my cash up there on the screen, and then I think I put it down in the description. Y'all can see my social media stuff. So yeah. I'm good. I don't feel like saying all that stuff. So yeah,
y'all. Just follow us on all our platforms. Pretty much the same name: StarChasers Sports, StarChasers Sports Media on Stars platforms, and Craven Cowboys on my platforms as well: YouTube, Twitter /X, IG, all that, Facebook, all that, y'all. But thank you guys for tuning in. It's on to the off season, y'all. We'll check y'all later.
See y'all.